Welcome to Narrowboat Chef. It's a little bit windy, but otherwise it's a fairly nice day. So we thought we'd come outside and have a drink on the drinks deck at Aston Marina. It's not alcoholic, it's just Coke. So it has actually been nearly exactly 1 year since we bought Andrea Rose. The funds cleared for Andrea Rose on the 14th of February 2018 and it is now the 14th of February 2019. So we thought we would do a little bit of a kind of like a
a 1 year celebration video of our boat existence.
Of having a narrowboat, and a bit of a reflection on what the year has been like for us and the challenges and stuff that we kind of went through getting used to living on the boat.
And some of the stuff we've seen and done since we've gone on the boat. Places
we've seen, and
we haven't seen a lot in our first year, but we've seen some nice stuff.
We bought Andrea Rose, as I said, in February, and we moved her down to Wheaton Aston, which is fairly close to Telford, and that's where we were living and working at the time. We've actually had a nice day today, some sunshine. We've already done a couple of locks and we'll be pulling up to more for the night, but it's been a good first day.
Yeah, it took us a few days to move it.
It took us a couple of weeks really, stopping and starting, because we had to get a day where we had off work and a day where
we were together off
because we weren't too confident about doing the locks by ourselves. And then it was also one of the coldest March.
The canal froze over for a while too.
Yes, it's the coldest March in a long time.
The beast from the east.
Yeah, which didn't help because you can't. It's very difficult to move a canal boat when the canal is frozen over.
Yeah.
We moved on board Andrea Rose at the end of March in 2018. It wasn't too difficult. We tried to get into a marina to do the move, but there were none that had availability near us.
Yeah.
But we just hired a van to move the big stuff like our bed and a desk onto the boat. Once we moved on board, we spent the time moving up and down the Shropshire Union Canal and the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal, so that we were close enough to work to be able to commute to work while staying within the confines of
the requirements of the license. It was around this time we had to move the boat into a marina for a couple of months. We had a few things we needed to do on the boat, especially with the electrics.
Because they weren't working.
No, they weren't working. They were barely working.
we were taking all of our electronics into work to charge.
Yeah, like we could get 2 volt. We could get 12 volt power out, so all the boats electrics and that were working, like lights and that, but nothing 240 volts. Yeah, nothing 240 volt was working, so we needed the electrics to look at. We also needed to get blacked as well,
and the anodes replaced.
Yeah, the anodes replaced.
So
we also used the opportunity to go to the Crick Boat Show.
Yes, we did go to the Crick Boat Show last year, which was pretty cool.
Yeah,
like seeing all the boats, and we got some decent fenders.
Yeah.
They were on special, so we got some new fenders.
Well, what fenders we had on the boat were...
They were falling apart.
Oh yeah.
But we were still working at the time, so it's a bit of a commute to get from Aston Marina to...
Yeah, about an hour's drive one way and an hour's drive back.
50 minutes to an hour generally.
And we were both working at the same place at the time, and having to coordinate different shifts and that. Sometimes we'd be there for a few days at work, having to sleep there. And
yeah, luckily it was a hotel, so we had rooms. But it was a bit of a strain, wasn't it?
Yeah. And after we finished the marina, we pushed off just in time to go on a little bit of a boat holiday.
We went on holiday with my family who came over, and they hired a hire boat, and we did the Culloden Canal, and we went all the way up to the Leek and Frog Hall. But after the holiday we did have to go back to work again, and we were out of the marina at that time, so we went back to doing our little 2-week hops along the Shropshire Union Canal and the Staffs and Worcestershire Canal, and we kept doing that until we finished up work, which was the end of October last year. So we finally said nope, no more. 1st of November marked the start of us continuously cruising, and we were so excited. And that's actually the start of our vlogs as well. We did a whole series of vlogs of our cruising through Birmingham on our way back to Aston Marina, which is where we are now. You can see it in the background.
Yep.
And because we've got our winter mooring here, because we thought for the first winter it would be better off staying in a marina while we were still getting used to the boat, and we were getting Pixel, so we wanted to get used to having the dog on the boat.
So we're back in the marina for a while before we went and got our lovely dog Pixel. December when we got her, so it was a bit of an early Christmas presents to ourselves.
Yeah, we've always kind of wanted a dog, but living in rented apartments, it's usually quite a lot. No
pets allowed, and plus we kind of like...
We were working, we didn't want to leave her by herself all the time.
Yeah.
So we kind of kept putting it off, but now that we've got our own boat, it was really nice to be able to finally get a dog.
Yeah, fulfill that dream of having a pet.
So we got Pixel just before Christmas, that was our Christmas present, and then we just spent Christmas just on the boat.
Yeah, just quiet Christmas.
Just a quiet Christmas, yeah. So that takes us to the end of 2018, and we are just spending the winter months. We could have probably got ourselves another job either here at the restaurant in the marina or in Stone, which isn't that far away, not that hard to get to, but we decided just to sort of take the time off and just enjoy ourselves a bit, and also focus on our online
working situation.
So I've got my own business doing freelance website design as well as editing and proofreading, so I wanted to focus a bit more on that, get some of that work going. And Ryan does the housework, basically.
I also do menu design, and also prepare like the recipes and that, and
he's the real chef. Yeah, so he gets all the stuff ready for our recipe vlogs, because you're a better chef than me. So some of the challenges we found this year while adjusting to...
Well, last year.
Yeah.
Last year.
This year on the boat.
This financial year on the boat.
This year on the boat. A lot of people that we've sort of watched on YouTube or heard from say that downsizing from obviously living in a house is one of the more difficult things. Obviously in a house you've got a lot more space to keep
furniture and stuff, bric-a-brac, knick-knacks,
all those things that tend to gather in your house.
Yeah, but since we moved from Australia, you know, the other side of the planet, we'd already done the whole downsizing thing, and we never
across
really
with 3 suitcases of stuff basically, and that was us. So it wasn't actually too bad for us to downsize onto the boat because we didn't really have to.
All we really got rid of was just one desk.
Yeah, we had an extra desk, so we got rid of that.
Yeah.
We had to buy some chairs because we'd never bought.
We didn't have a couch or any chairs or anything, so we had to buy.
Chairs,
so we didn't downsize to go on the boat.
We upsized.
So our major challenge at first, once we moved aboard the boat, was maintaining our working hours while moving the boat around our 20 miles a year for our continuous cruising license.
And every 2 weeks moving the boat and making sure that we move not just from point A to point B back to point A, because that's not within the guidelines, but we had to just keep moving the boat so that we weren't infringing on the guidelines of the license. Yeah, so it was a bit of a challenge because obviously having to try and get to work, we needed to find mooring spots that had access to roads as well as parking for the car, because obviously access to the roads doesn't necessarily mean that there's enough space on the side of the road to park.
And we just didn't want to park on the side of the road, especially on those smaller, narrow ones.
We didn't want to get in anybody's way or be inconsiderate, so we tried to find the best places that actually had parking, off-street parking, that we didn't have to pay for, again. Most of the places are out in the middle of the nowhere anyway, so we did try to get into a marina that was
within a reasonable commuting distance.
We tried several different marinas, but none of them had any availability for a boat of our size for liverboards.
The only ones we found that had availabilities were well over an hour's drive away.
Yeah.
It just happened to be our job at the time was in Telford, and we really liked working there. We liked the staff and that, and we didn't want to have to go find another job for another 3 months.
Yeah, we weren't planning on working for very much longer in like a location-based job. We were planning on transitioning to the website-based, online-based jobs. So it wasn't really worth us quitting that job and trying to find another job just for a couple of months. So we did try to find a marina that was close enough for us that had room, but Aston Marina was the closest one we found. And so we did come here for 2 months in the summer, but like we said, it was about a 50-minute to an hour's drive.
I think one of our... I'll wait until you finish scratching your face and drinking. You're doing this on purpose now. Oh, you do it forever. I think another one of our biggest challenges once we moved aboard the boat was just figuring out how everything worked aboard the boat. Like, one of the things we took us ages to figure out is how to get the horn and the lights to work on, like the front lights to work on the boat, because they were wired through the radio.
They're not like wired through the radio, but the same switch that controls the radio also makes the horn and the lights work.
Yeah.
But it's not labelled, it's just labelled radio, so it...
Yeah, and then the actual switch to turn the lights on and off while that switch is activated wasn't labelled, so we were flicking random switches around going, does that work? No. Does that work? No. Oh, that's the pump. No.
Yeah.
We also had a bit of trouble with the coal fire at first, because we just couldn't get the coal to light.
I was positive that coal doesn't actually burn. We had to Google that.
Well, we got it to light the first couple of times, but it was just such a big deal that we
didn't
Googled.
have firelighters.
Yeah, we just didn't have firelighters at the time. We Googled how to light a coal fire properly, and they're like, firelighters, just use firelighters. We're like, yeah, well, so we do that now. Firelighters.
We haven't used a firelighter in about 3 months.
Well,
We've just kept it going.
We just kept it going
24 hours a day, so... But yeah, when we first tried to light it,
it took forever, and we did get it lit, but it just took forever. It was like
forever. A lot of kindling, a lot of like building it up properly. We got there in the end. So that was our challenges that we've found in our first year of being aboard. But we have also had a lot of good times exploring the network, being on the canal, cruising.
We always get excited when we push off.
Yeah. It's just such a nice feeling when you've been moored up for a little while and then you push off and start just guiding the boat through the water. It's just I don't even know how to explain it. It's just such
it's relaxing and peaceful, and
it's just such a good, everything that we kind of wanted. Even if it is raining and cold, it still has that quality. But another thing that we've really enjoyed is being outdoors more. When you live in an apartment, or for us anyway, when we lived in an apartment, a lot of it was get up, go to work, come back, eat, sleep, and then repeat. And then obviously on your weekends you can go out and do stuff, but you still have to do your shopping for your groceries, you've got to clean the house.
And being in a suburban area kind of cuts you off a bit.
Yeah, you know? You've only got sort of limited areas without actually having to drive somewhere to specially go out and see some countryside, whereas on the boat you're pretty much always in the countryside, so yeah, that's something that we've really enjoyed, is just being a lot closer to nature, and like you hear the birds in the mornings, and you go outside and it's just a beautiful day, and you just seem to appreciate it more. Yeah. So, we've also really enjoyed the canal community, so even not just like the people on the boats, but as you're cruising along, just the people that you talk to along the towpath, the people that come and watch you at the locks. Yeah. And it's just, they're all so friendly, and well, most are like really friendly and happy to help.
You get your occasional grumpy people,
but you're gonna get that anywhere. So,
and luckily the benefits of being on a canal boat, that if there is a few grumpy people around,
you just move on.
Just let it all flow down the canal.
Yeah, so we don't let those people get us down, and like I said, for the most part, pretty much a lot of the people on the canal are very friendly and happy to help.
Yeah.
Quite happy to share a drink and have a chat. So that was our first year on board Andrea Rose, and
we're definitely looking forward to this year.
Yeah.
2019.
2019, here we come.
Our first full year of unhinged, untied down, complete free cruising.
Seeing the network.
Well, unhinged in more than one way, I guess.
Yes, so if you want to follow our journey, make sure you're subscribed, like the video if you've enjoyed it, and if you are a boater and you've been on a boat for a little while, what were your challenges that you found that you had to face? Oh, the wind.
The wind is winding.
The wind is a challenge for me right now.
The wind is a challenge.
And if you're a boater, what were the challenges that you had to face when you first moved aboard and started cruising, and what are your favourite parts of being on the boat? What have you really enjoyed about living on a boat, or not even living, just cruising and holidaying on a boat? Let us know in the comments. We love reading them.
Yep.
And we try to respond to all of them. So I hope you've enjoyed, and we will see you on Sunday for a cooking video.
I don't remember what we're doing. Pasta, is it pasta?
I think it's pasta.
It may change by then.
It could change. But there will be a cooking video. Bye! Yes, I have had a haircut. I'm sure I can pull off the windswept look.